our people, what's really going on. But guess what? Our people is dealing in wickedness. Okay? They didn't wait upon the Lord. He give you the traits of the so-called white man. All right? Go ahead. You got more on that?
Yeah, I'm gonna read this verse 5. It says, they are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. That's basically talking about us. That's the charmers and us out here with this truth, man. Right. Like it said, charming never so wisely. Why is that? Because right here now in the latter days, we have the proper understanding of the scriptures. See, Esau at one point in time was able to push his doctrine, push dogma out into the world, push Christianity into the world. But now we're able to actually go into the scriptures and break strongholds, break down all those lies that he pushed out to the people, man.
Yep.
But even when you bring out the scriptures to these damn devils, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear Revelation, the 1st chapter. They don't want to hear Daniel, the 10th chapter, about the color of the Lord and stuff like that, man. Right. You know? They don't want to hear about Babylon the Great. They damn sure don't want to hear about the Edomites and Esau ruling in the latter days and how he's going to be taken out of the power seat, man. Yeah. But we can go precept upon precept and break these things down, man. Right. And prove it through the scriptures. And whether you believe it or not, it don't fucking matter, because Daniel the 12th chapter, it tells you that the wicked will never understand, man.
Right. All you gotta do is stump him with this, man.
Our witness is the Holy Spirit.
That's right.
It's Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, man.
Exactly. Show me a scripture and say it doesn't matter.
Right. Right.
Exactly. Go ahead.
The memo goes on to propose a further action that, in view of the recent killings of BPP member Sylvester Bell, will assist in the continent in the continuance of the rift between BPP and the U.S. On January 17, 1969, Bunchy Carter and Brother Panther were murdered by 2 U.S. members on the campus of the University of California at Los Angeles. It says, almost 30 years after the murders, I spoke to a man whom I believed to be Carter's nephew. He refused to acknowledge or deny his kinship. I called Erica Huggins, the widow of the other Panther killed that day. She asked me how I got her telephone number and hung up on me in less than a minute. The mothers of Herod's victim must have felt this way. I said Geronimo Pratt took over as the leader of the Los Angeles chapter of the Black Panther Party after Carter's murder. In 1970, the FBI memo reads that constant consideration is given possibility of the utilization of counterintelligence measures, with efforts being directed toward neutralizing Pratt as an effective BPP functionary.
Right, so they put him in that position. Okay? They put a black guy in there. All right? Neutralize him. Basically, do away with the initial mission statement was for the Black Panther Party. They can't neutralize itself. All right?
Pratt was convicted of murder in 1972 based on the false testimony of Julius Butler, an FBI informant. Pratt's conviction was overturned in 1997 after he had spent 25 years behind bars. Hoover, describing another point-to-pro operation, explains that the purpose of counterintelligence action is to disrupt BPP, and it is immaterial whether facts exist to substantiate the charge. Of course, one might think that it is only me and a government police force crack down on a supposedly violent group by any means necessary, especially if it is the greatest threat to the internal security of countries.
Yeah. Right. You mean the so-called Negro Latin American is the greatest threat to this kingdom, man?
Right. Why? Because they want to keep us in this captive state, man. Right. They don't want us to be free. They don't want us to be out of the away from Esau's control, man. They want us to have control of us at all times and by every means of our life, man. Even when we have to deal with or uprising, all right? They could control that and basically guide and direct how we react and stuff like that, you know? Ultimately, how about y'all try to want us to to revolt right now, right? He wanted to stand out here and prophesy against the kingdom by his word, man. All right? Ezekiel 35. All right? He wants us to prophesy against Esau Edom. All right? And then how Shai will do the rest, man.
That's right.
We ain't out here to march, protest, get guns, none of that stuff, man. That's not what Yahweh Shai wants.
In a way,
If
we are.
that's the case, then you will let those things happen, man. So you allow Esau to neutralize and destroy and destruct those organizations.
I was gonna say, you know, in a way, we are protesting those.
Yeah, we are.
But it's through the spirit, man.
Right.
It's, you know, we're coming out the scriptures, man. This is how we're protesting.
Right, we're protesting the right way.
If I can get a real quick precept, and I'm gonna hit that Ezekiel. Yeah. This is Isaiah 13 and 2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake their hand.
Right, that banner is talking about the scripture prophesying.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Lift ye up the banner, the brother said, the scriptures upon the high mountain. What's the high mountain? That's America, man.
Yep.
You know, this is the high and lofty government. That's what mountains deal with, or hills, all right, is dealing with governments, man. Right. Okay, rulerships, kingdoms. Yep. Okay, so now we're lifting up this banner upon this high mountain, man, and we're condemning this damn devil, man.
Right.
Through the spirit of the Lord, man, giving him his judgments, man. Let him know his sins to his face. You know? So now I'm gonna go ahead. This is Ezekiel 35 and 2. It says, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. Right.
Mount Seir is like it. Mount Seir is talking about Esau Edom, man. Mount Seir, the government of Esau. That's what it's going to. Mount Seir represents government. All right? And we're prophesying against the government of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. We're prophesying against this beast system, man. Right. We're prophesying against the scarlet bitch born America that rises NATO and EU that's spoken of in Revelation 17. That's what we're prophesying against, man. Mount Seir.
Prophesying against a great kingdom.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the job of the prophets, right?
Hey, that's
great city.
That's what Jeremiah said. The prophets that have been before me prophesied both against many great countries, against great kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence, man.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
It says, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir. Yeah, and this is not literal, man. We're not literally supposed to go out to Mount Seir over in the Middle East and scream at some mountains, man. You know, because Mount Seir was Esau's original dwelling place, man.
Right.
You know? But like the scriptures allude to all the time, that when it speaks about a location, it's really referring to a people. Like Jerusalem.
It's a place.
That's right. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So it's the same thing with Esau. You know, Basra, Teman, and Mount Seir, okay, is a people before it's a place, referring to the Edomites.
Right.
Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Shai, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee.
Right, and Heavenly Father, how about Shai against the so-called white people? All right. Ultimately, Esau Edom. Go ahead.
And I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
And how you gonna stretch out his hand, man? Through the act of ICP missile, through the act of sending his son Yahweh Shai and the angels, through the labor in this place, through the act of giving them the Lord's spiritual powers.
That's right.
Tear shit up. That's how you can stretch out his hand and destroy this place, man. That's why it said it's up in 1 hour this place shall be destroyed, man.
Yep.
That's why it tell you done by violence we shall throw the place down.
That's right.
That's why you read Obadiah, it said we in providence and we shall build up the place, but I will throw it down.
That's Malachi.
Yeah, like Malachi 1 and 3. All right.
Esau shall build what I will throw down.
Yep.
Right.
This is verse 4. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate.
And the city talk about America, not just one city. Because America is likened to one big ass city. All right. Even though you have state, city, county, all that, but it's talking about America. Go ahead.
Yep. America, and really the Edomites rule the whole world, man. Yeah. Wherever the Edomites are, they ruling that bitch, man. In Europe, in Australia, You know, they got military garrisons set up. What do you call it? Military embassies and shit like that all over the world, man. So wherever Esau is set up, it's all gonna be destroyed and taken down, man. Right? It says, "I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai."
And that's when you know who the true power is, man. That could be Yahweh Shal Shai, the God of power of Israel, man, of the so-called nigga Latino America.
Right. It says, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel."
I'm sure the blood of the children of Israel for centuries, man. They're still doing it to this day, man. Yeah. Even though our people going off, following the Black Panthers, Nation of Islam, but you still have to pay for that, man. You still have to pay for all the atrocities and wickedness and lies and deceit that you had done to our people, man. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. You got a lot to pay for, Esau. You got to pay for the shit during the Greek Empire. You got to pay for the shit you did during the Roman Empire. Okay, you got to pay for what you did 1492 Cristobal Colon on the island of Hispaniola to the Gadites, or to the the Haitians on the island of Hispaniola, you know, and the Taino Indians, Slakia. Yeah. You know, you got to pay for what you did to the Native American Indians, slaughtered millions of them, man. You got to pay for that shit, man.
Right.
You got to pay for what you did to the Negroes. Oh man, you got to pay for what you did to the Haitians. The Haitians was always over there uprising and having wars against the French and you French Edomites, man. Yep. Catching hell, you know? So there's a lot of bloodshed and a lot of shit that you did to our people, man, that you still have not paid for. That's why it tells you in the Zondervans that these people are destined for a great future destruction, man.
Right.
A great future destruction.
Yep.
You know? And that hasn't happened yet, man.
Nope.
All right? Back in Ezekiel 35:5, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel," okay, hey, and that goes back to what, Genesis 25th chapter. Esau made that promise in his heart that he was going to slay his brother Jacob, man. Right. And he's been doing it ever since then. Got it?
Thank you. No problem.
Yeah, man. You know, so it just lets you know who these people are. That's another indicator, man. You know, just look at all the, look who shed the most blood, all right, against the Negro, Latino, and Native American man throughout history, man. That's Esau. Yep. You know? Ezekiel 35:5, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword."
Right? Esau, man.
Esau.
War with violence, man. Taking feet away from the earth, hearing people complaining, and want to do something about being oppressed and stuff. So you want to take that away from you. All right? Go ahead.
"By the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end."
Right, and he's still doing it, man. You went over and beyond what you were supposed to do to us when it came to punishing us, man. All right, being the core of the How About Shal Shai. And he's still doing it to this day, man. In our calamity, we're still oppressed. He's still afflict us, man. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Now that nigga trying to vaccinate us and all type of shit now.
Yep.
You know? It says, "In the time that their iniquity had an end, therefore as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee."
Right, because since you didn't hate blood, blood shall pursue thee, man. All right, for all the killing you did. Nahum 3:1, man. Going to the bloody city. All right, America is full of blood, man. From the east coast to the west coast, man. Full of fucking blood. All the killing that you have done. You gotta pay for that, man. They tell you in the law that the land can't be cleansed without the blood of the person that you shed the blood of.
Yep.
All right? So all the killing you did, now it's time for your blood to be shed for this land to be cleansed.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, "Therefore as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth.
Right, so the government of Esau, when he's doing that, mainly here in America, there ain't gonna be no drone place here, man. There ain't gonna be nothing here concerning Esau either, man. Nothing. Go ahead.
It says, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men.
Right.
In thy hills and in thy valleys and all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword.
So there's nothing but a dead body out here, man. Death and destruction and dead body. All right?
I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Right, the city's not going to return, man. Tell you in Job that there will be no name or street left in this place, man. All right? There'll be no name or street left in this place. There'll be no remnant of Esau. No uncle, no son.
Right.
All right?
Isaiah
This place
14.
is completely done away with. Esau's never, ever, ever going to come back into power.
Yeah, basically his whole structure and his power is going to be destroyed, man.
Yep.
Why? Because prophecy needed to fulfill that great stone that hit the statues that's representing Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Israel's going to rule. Israel's going to rule with that return, man.
Right.
Israel's going to rule, man.
Right.
Okay? That's what's going to go. The scripture's telling you that the power structure of Esau will be no more, man. It's going to be nothing but destruction.
Yep.
All right? It's going to be a tomb. It's going to be a memorial. This place is going to be a memorial of what not to be, man.
Right.
An example. All right? So Esau's power structure is not going to return, man.
Right.
It's going to be destroyed. It's going to be desolate.
Right.
That's what it's talking about, man. Because it needs to pay, it's going to pay for the actions they committed, man. All the blood they spilled. The tab needs to be paid, man.
Right. That's doing that, right?
Pretty much.
That's the article?
As Hoover called the Panthers, however, it was not because of their guns always legally held and handled that he deemed them so. It was because of the Panthers' free breakfast for children's program.
See? They were hate on the. They were like, forget about the guns. So he thought that was legal. It was about the outreach program and the uplifting of our people in our community. Alright? Free breakfast for kids. That's what the Crips was doing to that neighborhood. That's what the Blood was doing to that neighborhood. Until Esau infiltrated that shit and brought in that violence and about, this is my block, and drugs into the mix, man. But before all that, it was about what? Looking out for their own people and protecting their community from outside threats, mainly Esau Edom, from the cop and federal agents, okay? But Esau hated on that, man. They're gonna go ahead.
Free breakfast for children program. As Hoover charged an FBI agent, you state that the borough under the CIP should not attack programs of community interest such as the BPP. Breakfast for the children. You state that this is because many prominent humanitarians, like both white and black, are interested in the programs as well as churches, which are actively supporting. You have obviously missed the point. So if the Panthers were not crazy thugs, why do we have this view of them today? However, directing agents to prevent militant black nationalist groups and leaders from gaining respectability by discrediting them.
Right, so the fact was, even though they were doing the free breakfast and stuff like that, it was because people in the community looked up to that. And the Black Panthers would have respect, will be respected among their people in the community. And that would draw more people to grow interest into that organization. Okay? And now have the people, the organization, start teaching their own people. Until you get that in the Apocrypha, the one Esau, him that teaches his son be with the enemy. Alright? That's what Esau don't like, man. He knows once you start doing outreach programs and free breakfast like that, we're going to involve in that and trumpet that. Now you're going to start teaching kids stuff about the enemy with so-called white men and stuff like that. And and he thought he didn't want that. And then you got people started to look up the Black Panthers, start getting respected by that, and then people were like, oh, I'm gonna send my kid over there, all right, because they're doing a good thing for the kids, all right, and he thought he didn't want that to happen. You got that?
Yeah. This is the book of Sirach in the Apocrypha, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 30, verse 3. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy.
Right. And that's talking about dealing with our people, man. The so-called Negro Latino Americans. By us doing what we do, man, teaching our kids the name of the how about outside, teaching them who they truly are according to the Bible, that the so-called white man really Esau Edom, and he's our enemy, and he's not to be trusted. That grieves him, man. Because he wants our kids to be taught lies and to be naive and to deceive who people are dealing with, man. So he thought I don't want that. Go ahead. That's pretty much the point.
That was it.
All right. You got a tweet that? All right. Go ahead.
It says, by discrediting them to the white committee, my favorite point-to-pro operation is the one dealing with coloring books. The FBI created children's coloring books showing blacks murdering whites, ostensibly made by the Black Panther Party to indoctrinate black children at Panther school.
See? So that's great Esau, man. Now, they was indoctrinating their own people, and he thought he want that. He want our kids to go to public education and be programmed and miseducated. All right? Go ahead.
It says, so that whites and moderate blacks will be repulsed by these radicals. Which brings us back to King. No doubt this week much will be made of the FBI snooping on King and King's alleged sexual escapades. What will not be thought about much in America is that the primary source for this questionable information was Hoover, who ironically called King a notorious liar. At a 1964 press conference, Hoover, who ironically called King a notorious liar at a 1964 press conference, and was even so petty as to try to stop a university from giving King an honorary degree.
We already got one, and then you got, because King was a sellout, all right, part of the Boule Society, all right, that's why his name is in all Jake neighborhood, man. Martin Luther King Boulevard running every Jake neighborhood you can possibly think of, all right? It doesn't run on that Esau side of town, okay?
You gotta stop Jacob to have his degree, man. Like for free, petty shit, man.
Yeah, got honorary degree means the university gives you a degree.
Yep. Esau didn't want that shit, man. That's Esau for you, man. That's the devil, man. That's so-called white man, all right? That's that perpetual hatred, man. Yep. Jealousy is one of those hatreds. All right?
Yeah, how much numbers on there? Is it a lot more? Go to like the last paragraph.
Last paragraph?
Yeah.
It says, we believe every one of us deserves equal access to fact-based news and analysis. We've decided to keep the Guardian Journal, not that.
No, yeah.
It says,
right before that.
The country is at a crossroads. Science is in a battle with conjecture and instinct to determine policy in the middle of a pandemic. At the same time, the U.S. is reckoning with centuries of racial injustice as the White House stokes division along racial lines.
Like Esau really, he's doing his job, all right? He's doing his job to hate us, okay? He's doing it, look at that scripture, where Esau cried and talked about the day of my father. Esau's doing what he said he was going to do, man. So he's still doing all the killing stuff, going back to the birthright, and also he's doing the planting of his birthright. And he thinks he took it, but he's the one that actually gave it up. Okay? Got that? Or finish that?
At the same time, the U.S. is reckoning with centuries of racial injustice as the White House stokes division along racial lines. At a time like this, an independent news organization that fights for truth holds power to account is not just optional, it is essential. That ain't it.
Yeah, that's probably ain't it. But still get that scripture because that's still kind to what Esau doing here. Got that?
Genesis 27?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where it talks about the blessing?
No, the one after Esau found out that he was supplanted.
I'll slay my brother Jacob.
That Isaac,
Oh.
yeah, the day of my brother.
Oh, got you. This is Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand.
That's going to come during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. The Lord Yahweh Shemashah is going to let Esau do his thing, man. He's going to turn his back for a moment and let Esau do what he's supposed to do, man. He wants to slay Jacob, man, but guess what? He can't slay the elect. All right? Okay, the time of Jacob's trouble, that's why we out here, man, to warn our people, man. These so-called white men, when they eradicate these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Like it or not, man. Look around you, man. Look around you.
Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Jacob's trouble. Who's Jacob? The Israelites, man. So-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. The time of Jacob's trouble. Yeah, that time of temptation. The mark of the beast, the chip. The mass slaying of you Negroes and Hispanics and Native Americans, man. The Lord's gonna let the so-called white man do his thing, man.
Right.
Because he is the sword. Go ahead.
Yep, and there was some more documents that leaked out from the government pretty much going into how they have these concentration camps set up. They have all types of facilities, barbed wire prisons, all type of shit that's set up to basically quarantine and throw people into these prisons.
Right.
When they finally started coming out and start, giving out the vaccinations pretty much, man.
Yep.
You know? So anybody that's trying to come against these vaccinations, all right, and we in the time of truth, you know, all type of information is coming out about them, you know, so there's going to be a great rebellion, man. There's going to be a great rebellion amongst even average Americans, man, but even Jakes too. Right. But they have plans for those who decide to get out of pocket, man. They have camps and prisons and all type of shit set up, man. You know? So that's a part of Jacob's trouble as well, man.
Right.
Being thrown into these concentration camps, man. Being tortured. You know, if you don't want to take this chip, all right, we gonna cut your fucking head off, we gonna slice your skin off, we gonna throw you in the fire, or whatever, man. All right, or they just gonna do this shit for fun, because that's judgment, you know? It says, Jeremiah 30 and 7, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. Hey, and this is pretty much what's reiterated in Daniel's the 12th chapter, man, a time like none other. You know, that's never gonna happen ever in history, you know? It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Right.
You know?
Jacob's trouble, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, but the one that can be saved out of it is going to be the elect. The one third going to be saved out of that Jacob trouble. Okay? Without it, that's it.
Yeah, that was it.
Come to Esau.
Ezekiel 35?
No, Esau, his father's death.
This is Genesis, back in Genesis 27 and 41, it says, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Right, and that's what he's doing. He's slaying his brother Jacob, but offering his son, all right? The offering of Jacob, which changed to Israel. All right, Israelites are being slain by so-called Esau, so-called white men, Esau Edom. All right? He's still doing it to this day. That was it on this morning.
That was it.
All right, get Zephaniah 3 and 8.
Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. It says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai, unto the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms
All right.
to pour.
Read at the top again.
Zephaniah 3:8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey.
So we have to wait upon the Lord Yahweh Shai until he comes and rise up against the prey. All right, Esau and the other nations. All right, we ain't got to do nothing else, man. All we got to do is wait on the Lord. That's it. It ain't that hard to wait. You know, even though you want to sometimes get down and nasty and you want to choke somebody out, but the scripture said, be angry and sin not. So you gotta remember those scriptures like that, man. You gotta have patience, long suffering. All right? It's only for a moment that your house tribe been gone. All right? It seems thousands of years, but in actuality, you only been gone for a couple of days or a day. All right?
He said, "In your patience possess ye your souls."
Right.
And then what's beautiful about what the Lord is doing now is He's speeding up the times, man. You know, like it tell you in Matthew 24 chapter that if He don't shorten the times, that no flesh is gonna be saved, man.
Right.
You know, so the Most High is speeding this time up for the elect's sake, man. You know.
Yep.
So hey, we right there, man. Just be patient. We got a little bit more time in this bitch, man, and you can feel it too, man. You can feel that we are right there. It's a lot going on, man. You know, Esau is moving. He moving quick, man.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, I believe it's you, how he's skipping steps, man.
Yeah.
He's skipping steps. He just going straight to the. He getting to the point, man.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. That's why the time is even near, even that I'm at the door. So our Lord, who the world called Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai is at the door right now. That's why all these things going on in the world. Uprising. You got no peace here on the earth. You got protests. You got earthquakes, pestilence, famine. That means our Lord is coming through to deliver these people. If you don't even know it. All right? Go ahead.
It says, "For my determination is to gather the nations."
And that's his determination, is to gather the nation, man. That's his sole purpose, to gather the elect, the remnant, and to destroy the enemy. All right? And he's going to do that. He's going to execute it perfectly.
Yeah, he's gathering the nations, right? He's gathering nations as we speak, man.
Yep.
So get ready for that war Armageddon, man.
Right.
Yep.
Put all the nations in that area, man.
Joel 3.
Yep. Valley of Jehoshaphat.
That's right.
Which means Yahweh Shabbat, our Lord Yahweh, is going to judge the nation, man.
That's right. It says, "For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation."
What's that indignation? The nuclear missiles, man.
That's right.
First and foremost, Yahweh Shem China and his force, man. And the nuclear missiles, man. Okay? You go gather all them nations in during the time of Armageddon and destroy them, man. Destroy all their armies, man.
Right in the midst of their fighting.
Yep.
Coming from the east at the glittering, at lightning. I
right.
tell you in Second Edry. All right? They're going to come and destroy them, take them out in one woo-wop.
Yep, that's right.
That's right. It says that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger.
Righteous anger, man. Indignation, righteous anger. All right, that anger is so rightfully done and perfected, man. What he's about to do to the nation. All right, go ahead.
It says, even all my fierce anger for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
Right. So this whole earth is filled the jealousy of the Yahweh Shai, man. All right.
That was it.
Yeah. Got any preached up?
Yeah, I got one. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47. Isaiah 47 and 2. Take the millstones, Slaki, verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Start from the
Yeah,
top.
start
Okay, fine. Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Who's the
Right.
virgin daughter of Babylon? It's all about America, man.
Yep.
Okay? That's that goofball over there on his pedo card. He didn't even know what America is. He's the virgin daughter of Babylon. Why? Because this place hasn't been touched by war yet, man. Okay? So what do you mean sit in the dust? Means what? Sit in their confusion, man. That's why America's called Babylon, because what? The word Baba meaning confusion. confusion.
Right.
All right.
You think you got all these different philosophies, lenses. It is all chaotic, man. It's not one thing that everybody's following. That's confusion. All right. Everybody don't agree on one thing. There's no unity. Nobody can come to one accord on that.
A lot of divisions in America.
Yep. Right.
It says, sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah, no throne, no rulership. For you top official, you elite that rule America, there could be no place for you to rule, man. All right? And you people would go down and get destroyed.
This place is not called tender and delicate anymore.
Nah.
Okay? Before, this place used to be the Milton pot, the gold Milton pot. That's why all these other nations come here to suck America off, man, and its pleasures, man. Okay, and then take it back to their countries, man.
Yep.
All right. But now the other nations, including the people in America, start to find out who Babylon really is, man.
Nasty, filthy ass bitch, man.
You got a mass exodus in California that's moving out of California, man, because of unrighteous decrees the so-called white man put forth, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not no more tender and delicate anymore, man. All right. Go ahead.
Rap, man. All this, he thought being exposed left and right. Such this whole pedophilia. You had a Grisling Maxwell list that was unsealed in court, and all these motherfuckers that used to be mayors, governors, senators, they all got fucking arrested, man.
That's right.
Child pornography, child sex trafficking, all type of shit, having sex with kids. One Edomite got a girl pregnant. Okay, so Esau being exposed, man.
Right.
That's why they make the thighs bare. When you lift the skirt up, you see the thighs, the panties, some raggedy ass panties, and everything. Shit. Fucking nasty, man. Esau being found out to what he really is, man. A blood drinking kitty fucker, man.
That's right.
Nasty.
It says, take the millstones and grind mill. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers.
Basically, Americans, like the brother said, Americans being exposed to who they really are, man. The Edomites, man, the so-called white man. He's running this thing, man. He's being exposed of his secrets. Now it's coming to light. Everything that comes, that's why they call it the dark web. Guess what? The light is on it now, man. Everybody's starting to see it, man. That child pornography benefit been going on for hundreds and hundreds of years. That's witchcraft, man. Okay, go ahead, brother.
It says, take the millstones and grind verse 3. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Yeah, and that shame is being seen right now, man. You got countless of politicians that's under subpoenaed, man. All right? All them Hillary Clinton emails being exposed. She tried to file for appeal, and they said no. Why? Because the Lord is exposing freaking demons, man.
Yep, she was told that happened last month, and now she has to go back to court. I think next month or a couple of months.
Yeah, don't be surprised she be dead, man.
She already walking around with a fucking back break that she throw frill and off to the adrenaline zone.
Yeah, she lacking her adrenochrome, man.
That's why they be shaking with shit.
Yep.
That's a side effect of the adrenaline zone, man.
Right. Go ahead, brother.
It says, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Who's that speaking? That's Yahweh Shai, man. And guess who's gonna take vengeance upon Edom, man? Upon this house, America. That red dragon. Because America is that whore that sits on top of that beast, man. Okay? He gonna destroy this place with his holy angels, man. Which you ignorantly call UFOs, man. So he's not gonna come meet you as a man this time. He's coming to destroy it, man. Go ahead.
It says, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer,
he's not gonna come back as a man. He's gonna come back in a spiritual being. That's why I tell you in the act, it said, why you look up, gaze into the heaven, and how I was leaving, the two angels told the disciple, there's a light manner that he's picking up. It's how he's coming back. No, he's gonna come back as a spiritual being in a chariot with a world called UFO. That's why he's not gonna meet you at the beginning. He's coming back with something that's out of this dimension. All right.
Yep. And that's the only way for us to actually be, for this man to go down. Is for a higher power to return, man.
Right.
You know, you can't come up against this man with his own blessings.
Yeah, we are.
You can't come up against this man with his own blessing, man. That's not our blessing. That's gonna fail, man.
Yep.
You know, our blessing is through the Spirit, man. Understanding this word and then waiting for our Lord, man. Okay? Because that's the higher power we have faith in, man. All right, that's our hope. That's our expectation in getting the fuck out of captivity, man.
That's right.
You know, that's our superhero. That's our Superman, man.
Yep.
Yahweh Shai.
right.
You know, and he's gonna come back in the chariots with the biggest chariot, all right, in a so-called UFO, and he's gonna wreck shop on this whole fucking planet, man, on this so-called white man's kingdom, man, on his power structure. Okay, that's the higher power that we're waiting for, man. That's the only way we're getting out of here. You know.
I tell you in Isaiah 30, it said, "As bird flying, he shall defend
Jerusalem." That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, it says, verse 44, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shai is his name.
Our Redeemer, the one that can save us. All right, is Yahweh Shai. All right, Yahweh is the one that's saving us through his son Yahweh Shai. He delivers. It's in his name. Yah is he. Yahweh Shai is delivered, man. Not Jesus Christ. Not some Edomite. Not some leader of some so-called black organization. No, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms.
Right, there's going to be no more call. All right, you're not the one that's looked upon as the world superpower. All right, you already had a European leader that America is no longer the power to look up to, the nation to look up to. Okay, that's ultimately going to go into probably fulfill Revelation 17. That the beat y'all hate the horde, which is America, man. They're going to end up turning a missile on America. Right. All right, go ahead.
I got to read Isaiah 66:5. Hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word. Your brethren that hated you, that
Go ahead.
That cast you out for my name's sake, said, let the Lord be glorified. But he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed.
All right, so we're going to rejoice when Yahweh Shai come back, when he returns. All right? Go ahead.
It says, I'm going to read verse 15. Skip down to verse 15. It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Right. The Lord, Yahweh Shai, coming back in a chariot with fire, man, and with angels. That's why I said whack thousands and thousands of the angels. All right, the thousands of angels coming back in chariot along with Yahweh Shai, and the biggest ship that there is that can cover the whole earth. Okay. He's sending fire onto the place of America, onto the place of the earth, to destroy the wicked and the 2/3 of our people, man. Right. Go ahead.
It says, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Right, he's going to rebuke this place with fire coming out of his mouth. And tell you in second Ezra. All right? With the lasers, concentrated fire that can be shot out of chariots through the world called UFO, can be shot onto this place, man, America. Rightfully so, this place needs to be destroyed. Yeah, you're shaking your head because you're wicked.
That's right.
Shaking your head. You don't know the Bible, woman.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
And that's how you plead all you wicked, detestable people here on earth, man.
Right.
You're going to plead your life with death. All right? Go ahead.
It says, and the slain of Yahweh Shai shall be many.
All right? So it said the slain of the Lord, Yahweh shall be many. That's why I tell you in 2nd Ezra 9, I'm not mistaken, right? That be many more perish that there be saved.
That's right.
As a wave, only a drop from that wave could be saved, man.
That's right. Yeah, it's a lot of killing, man.
Yep.
That's a lot
A
of
lot
death.
of death and destruction.
That's right.
All right? 'Cause a lot of you people need death, man.
That's right.
Y'all forgot what happened at the time of Noah. Only 8 lives were saved. All right? More lives were saved this time, but still a lot of killing to be done.
Right.
All right?
Right. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 27. It says, for as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west.
Right,
Show-
that lightning coming. Oh, read it again.
It says, for as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Right, and that's how y'all try coming back as a lightning. Which means he coming back, he gonna appear out of nowhere. All right, you see a lightning, that's your quick fast. And that's how the Lord Yahweh coming back. All right, and as the lightning appears. All right, go ahead. They show like it show you in Star Wars how they come out of hyperdrive on them ship appear out of nowhere. And the enemy gotta oh shit, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And then they jump into hyperdrive. All right, but he thought he got no hyperdrive to escape the wrath of the house shine, man.
Right.
That's why the scripture said they could be dirt afraid to fight, but the house trying to put it on their spirit to still fight against him.
Yeah, they should be
All right.
afraid, yet there's fight.
Yep. So they could be like, they could be so shitless and scared, but they still gonna fight though, man.
Yep.
To show the power and strength of Yahweh Shai and taking Esau down.
Right. You know, like, fight me! Fight me! You know?
Like,
They
get
ain't
up!
gonna want to.
Get up!
Yeah.
I said get up! Motherfuckers get up, they don't want to get up. Bam! Still get their ass beat.
Yep.
You know, still get their ass beat. Alright?
Yep. Back in Matthew 24, 27, for as lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together.
Right, where the dead body, but here in America, they be full of dead bodies that the Lord Yahweh have promised unto the foul birds. Alright? He have promised them a feast. Alright? They're gonna be feasting off of your dead body. Alright, plucking your eyeball off and then just tearing your flesh away, man. Piece by piece by piece. Go ahead.
It says, for wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken.
Right, you're talking about you got the stars in the heaven, celebrities, and you got the moon will be darkened by the thick cloud, the smoke. Okay?
It's the missiles too.
And the missiles,
It's
all these
missiles.
things are gonna take place, right? All these things are gonna take place, and it's basically saying it in a symbolic way of what's gonna happen. All right?
Basically, the wisdom of this place is going to just be
Yeah,
no more.
that was
They
the
can't.
thing.
They will never. They can't. The wisdom. They cannot explain what's going on with the chariots. There's going to be destruction with the nuclear missiles, man.
Yep.
There's going to be one after another, man.
Yep.
Okay. They can't explain it, man. All right. They can't cover it with a lie. It's impossible, man. Because Yahweh about you, Yahweh returns, man. They're destroying this place, man.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Your celebrities can't explain nothing, man. That's why they dying. They dying too.
Left and right.
Okay, left and right, man. They drop it like flies, man.
Yep.
Basically, the Most High is taking the mirth out of this place, man. All right. And then when you got the big phenomenal event with the chariots coming through, they won't be able to explain it, man.
Right.
And then and what happened? Destruction, man.
Yep.
Destruction and nuclear missiles, man.
Yep. That's why we're explaining to you now what it is and how it's gonna happen through the scriptures.
Right.
Prophesying, telling you to see it before it happens. All right. By that time, we ain't gonna be out here telling you what's going on no more. All right? You'll be a family of the word. Y'all people been looking for answers. All right? There'll be no wisdom found in this place no more. That's why now it's time to learn of things what's gonna happen and get the understanding of what cannot be explained at a later event. Yeah, he thought not gonna explain it to you. He'll try to cover it up, lie. It'll get so bad where he's not gonna be able to explain it. You're gonna see what's happening, but you're not gonna have the understanding of what's happening. That's what I'm telling you now before it happens. So when shit happens, oh shit, this guy said exactly how it's happening. Understand why it's happening. All right? Go ahead.
It says, then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn.
All right, how Shai is showing itself to the world, right? Telling Revelation 1, all right, when he come back, that all eyes shall see him, even the two that pierced him. All right, go ahead.
And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven.
What do it mean by more, man? They're gonna be shitting on themselves, man. They're gonna be like, oh shit.
They be dying of a heart attack.
Yeah, because there's something they've never seen before, man. They're
Black
gonna,
man?
they're gonna be really afraid, man. They know they're gonna die, man. That's why they're in a mourning state, man. 'Cause they know. Why? Because the Most High gonna put it in their spirit, man. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, it says, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven.
And that cloud is talking about a chariot. All right? All right, go ahead.
With power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet.
All right, the angels gonna come out after with Yahushua. Okay? Ain't gonna be no damn mothership and a whole bunch of little chick coming out. Nah. You got the Yahushua chip gonna be the biggest. They got all these chariots that the angels gonna be riding in, destroying this place, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says, and he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds. From
right,
one
for the four winds, talking about the whole earth, man. All right, basically from the destruction. All right, ultimately from the destruction, we tell you in Revelation, we're gonna get that net. Basically, the four angels home back the four winds with the destruction until the servants have the name still on their forehead. The elect have the name how about outside in their forehead, which is in their mind. All right, then the four winds will be let go, and the destruction will come upon its place. Go ahead.
And they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other.
All right, because the elect is everywhere, man. Our people are going to be gathered from all nations. All right? Go ahead.
This is Revelation, I believe that's 7? Yeah. Revelation 7 starting at 1. And after these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, which is the destruction.
All right, because you have the four corners of the earth, which means the whole earth. All right? That's the whole earth. All right? Because our people are scattered everywhere. All right? If that wasn't the case, it would just say one part of the earth, but it's everywhere.
Right.
The destruction will take place all over the earth, but the main ultimate destruction will be here in America. All right, but our people are scattered everywhere. Our people will be delivered from all parts of the earth. All right.
It says, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind shall not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And that
basically until no destruction shall hit this place. All right, until these people are still. All right, we're almost there, man. You see the door of mercy is soon closing. Right now, the door is probably damn near cracked right now. All right? Yeah. That's alluding to the fact that men will be saved at the last minute, at the 12th hour. Okay? Go ahead.
I got a precept just to prove that that wind is talking about the destruction.
Right.
Jeremiah 51:1.
Wind.
Thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon.
We're talking about America. All right? Go ahead.
Going into what you said, it's where the main destruction is going to be.
Right, because ancient Babylon ain't nothing. You got Iraq there, but it's not like a.
It's not
They're not the
desolate
ruler of the earth right now.
Right.
And it never got destroyed.
Right.
So the Babylon that is gonna get destroyed is Babylon the Great,
Right.
the America. All right.
Right. Ancient Babylon wasn't turned into a burnt mountain.
Right.
It wasn't turned into a desert. You know, there are people still dwelling there to this. It's still inhabited. The scriptures say that Babylon the Great is not going to be inhabited.
Exactly.
So that's how you know that there's a difference, man.
Yep.
All right. Thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind.
Right. Even our own people will be destroyed too. Two-thirds of our people are going to get caught up in that destroying wind, because that destroying wind is the Ethiopian missile, right? But it's also the lake of fire spoken of in Revelation for those that have worshiped the beast and took the chip, the RFID chip, man. Right. By taking the RFID chip, you're worshiping the beast. You're worshiping the so-called white man. And that you're going to be tossed into the lake of fire, right? With the destroying wind, with the Ethiopian missile, okay?
Yeah, 'cause taking that chip is a sin, man.
Yep.
It's idolatry. You know,
Idol
and exactly, idol worship. You know, and besides that as well, when you put this chip in you, that's going to give Esau control over your central nervous system, man. That's another reason why you got to die. You got to be destroyed. Because if you're going to end up taking these vaccinations, and then which alters your DNA, puts with micro technology, it gets inhabited all up within your body, all in your red blood cells. Yep. All right, and then he's going to have this 5G technology out here, which is going to be able to relay those frequencies around and everywhere, and then he's going to have that chip inside you, which is going to be like a satellite or whatever to bounce all those frequencies off of you, man. Yep. So he can be able to gain, ultimately, at the end of the day, total control over your body, man. Right. Just like he did that experiment with those bulls and that cat, put a chip in them. This nigga pushed a button, and like the bull is a better example. The bull was at total rage. They pushed the button, and the bull completely stopped. You know. So Esau is showing you, if you put this chip in you, he's going to have control over you, man. Right. He's going to be able to push a button, and you can get angry, you can get sad, you can, you know, he's going to have control over your body, man, you know? So you got to be destroyed.
Yeah, so basically taking the chip, you took badge of servitude to the white.
Yeah.
You basically threw the Most High under the bus, man.
Right.
That's just what it is, man. All right? You're a slave, man. Take that chip, you're a slave now, but once you take that chip, he got complete ownership of you.
Complete control. That's right. So you gotta die. Revelation 7 and 1 again. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners.
Yeah, the 4 angels when you stand on the 4 corners, they stopping the destruction of this place, man. Okay? Until the prophecies are fulfilled, until the elect are sealed, man.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep, and that.
I'm going to who's the elect? Let's talk about 12,000 in each tribe of the nation of Israel, man. Okay? Those are the ones that's going to be sealed. Those are going to be the first governing bodies of the new earth and the new rulership. Okay? They're going to rule the earth until the righteousness, right? All right? Right?
And I was saying that, how you saying how the 4 winds, the angel holding that back, you have to back up how in Peter, it's saying that the fire stored in heaven is reserved, because that means it's already there. Yeah. It's pretty much stored and reserved for the destruction of America, man.
That's right. Yeah. Questions, sir?
It says, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
Yep. And he's talking about the sea, and the tree is talking about the people. All right. And it tells you in Revelation 17 that the beast came out of the sea, and it tells you to come first down that the sea represents the people.
That's right.
All right. And you got these trees representing the different nations and stuff, like the trees, the cedar, the Lebanon, all those are nations of people and stuff. All right. Go ahead.
It says, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads.
Right. The servants of our power is who? And how about y'all try the world called God and Jesus Christ? So those people had the name written in them, right? And then the destruction will come, man. That's why I tell you that in Matthew 24, that this gospel must be preached around the earth. And then, get that real quick.
Then the end shall come. Yep.
I don't want to misquote it.
Yep. This is Matthew 24.
I think around, what, 10?
Matthew 24 and 14. Matthew 24 and 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world.
Watch the good news, all right? The gospel is the good news to our people, the Israelites, all right? That they're repenting and that they're delivered by Yahweh Shah Shai. All right, go ahead.
Part of that good news is prophecy, man.
Yep.
Knowing that our enemy is going to be taken down in these latter days, man.
Yep.
You know? It says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations,
Right.
and then shall the end come.
And then shall the end come, right? With Esau at the end of the world and Jacob the beginning of that follow. That's the end that we're looking for, man. That's the end that could have come.
Yeah,
All right?
Yeah, it's not talking about the world as an earth. The world is talking about an age, a certain kingdom that's ruling this earth right now, right? It's talking about whose world,
Right.
whose world is going to end, man.
Yep.
Whose rulership is going to end, whose age is going to end, all right? It's talking about Esau's end, man. That's why I said Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of that follower, man.
Right.
All right, it's not talking about the earth, man. All right, it's
Right.
that simple. Reading's fundamental.
Yep.
All right.
Because in
Right?
Ecclesiastes, the first chapter tells you that the earth abideth forever.
Right.
So that's an indicator to let you know it's not talking about the earth blowing up. It's
Right.
talking about a nation of people who was in rulership, but their rulership actually coming to an end.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
This back in Revelation 7 and 2. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power, or our God, in their foreheads.
Right.
It says, and I heard the number of them which were sealed. And there were sealed, matter of fact, let me get a precept.
Go ahead, brother. I know what
Ezekiel 9 and 4, that's right.
Yep.
This is Ezekiel 9 and 4. It says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem.
Right. And in Jerusalem, we're talking about a deep forest place, like we mentioned earlier.
Those people on the sign right there.
Our people are scattered everywhere. So we ain't got to go to actual Jerusalem. We go to our people or in the midst of the chief place conquerors of, right?
Right.
Here in Fontana, our people out here, man. So this is Jerusalem out here in Fontana. All right, among our people, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans.
Right.
All right, and we're going out here and we try to captivate, all right, and bring out the mind of our people into subjection of the rule of Yahweh Shah Shai, and to tell you in Corinthians. All right, pulling down the strongholds and stuff in high places.
That's right.
All right, so that's what we're doing. All right, to get the hope or elect gathered up. All right, go ahead.
It says, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
That mark, you go to the Hebrew word mark, it would say Svarah, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right? That means a mark of exemption.
Right.
That's talking about the sealed elect. Okay?
Exemption from judgment.
That's right.
Exemption from this up and coming judgment.
Right. Because remember back in Egypt, we had to put the blood on the doorpost.
Yep.
We were to be exempt from the judgment that the Egyptians had received. All right. But this time around, only 1/3 in the 144,000 in the 1/3 are to be exempt from American judgment by having the name of Yahweh Shah Shai.
In the truth.
All right.
The true understanding.
Yep.
In the truth.
Yep.
Yep. This is Revelation 7 and 4.
And we're the only one that's dying and crying for the abomination that's being done in this place too.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
We complaining about this place.
Yeah.
All right? This place is full of wickedness. America is Babylon, right? Babylon the Great. You can be whatever you want here. You can be a goddamn homosexual, a transgender. That's confusion, man. That's not torture.
Right. Nope.
Because in 1983, Ronald Reagan, he made the Bible the law of the land, and the law of the land, man. So what they doing? They doing everything opposite of what the scriptures say, man.
Right.
That's why America is going to be destroyed by nuclear fire, man.
Yep. Right.
Okay, Babylon, virgin daughter of Babylon.
Yeah, he saw the so-called white man. This is a hypocritical nation, man. You can't call this place, call the Bible the rock of the land, and then turn around and pass laws for homosexuals, man. You know, that's against the scriptures, man. You can't do that. You can't use your neighbor. You can't commit usury. You know, that's against the scriptures. You can't shed the blood of your neighbor, man.
Vaccinations.
You know, vaccinations, GMO foods, chemtrails. You're destroying the earth, man.
And that's them doing bad for good and good for bad. And making grievous righteous decrees in the land. That's why the scripture said he has a controversy with this place. All right?
Yeah, Satanism. You got satanic churches raising up the god Baal, which they call what they call now Lucifer, but what they call Baphomet. So you think the Lord is with this place? No, he's not, man.
Nah, you got all these obelisks, you got all these idols all across America.
Just like Egypt.
You know, they all represent idolatry and penis worship, phallus worship. You know, this place heavily worships women. You know, the Queen of Heaven vibration is out here, man.
Right.
That's all against the scriptures, man.
Everything.
You know? Yeah. That's why it tells you in Psalms 50 that this man casted the words of the Heavenly Father behind his back.
Behind his back. That's what we did in 1983. Oh, it's the law of the land, but forget about it.
That's just to make himself look godly. You know? That's why they did that. You know, but this man is a hypocrite. This is a hypocritical nation. You know? All we read in Psalms 58 that as soon as from the womb they go estranged, man. The womb, you know. They want nothing to do with the spirit of the Lord. That's how these Edomites are, man. You know, and that's why when we read Revelation 7, you don't see Edomites on that list of people where it's going to be saved, man.
You got the Bible dictionary?
I don't.
Give me Edom. All right. Because they spread that lie just like that dude earlier. He said that the Edomites were gonna win. No, there ain't no scripture that supports that.
Right.
We try to get Obadiah, but Obadiah prophecy hasn't happened yet. That's what that prophecy is talking about the end of the Esau's the end of the world. That's what's gonna roll. Okay? Esau's still in power right now. All right. Okay. Go ahead.
This is from the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary. And it says on Edom, it says Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgments.
Great future judgments, man. So the prophecy of Esau falling down hasn't happened yet.
Right.
But it's systematically happening right now. As you can see, they're losing their power right now. Why? Because there's another kingdom being built up on top of this kingdom. Without them even knowing it.
Yep.
It's happening.
Yep.
All right? Go ahead.
Right.
She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who is not given any promise of mercy from God.
Yeah, because it's going to have, according to James 2 and 10, 2 and 15, he said he shall have judgment without mercy, man.
Right.
Because why? Because Esau hasn't given us mercy.
It has shown no mercy.
It has shown us no mercy. Okay? So this is the Lord's judgment. It's time for them to taste the cup. Because Israel already taken that cup.
Right.
Slavery. All right, now it's time for them to drink the cup. All right? The turning of power always changes, man.
Yep.
The changing of the guard, man.
That's right.
That's right.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Revelation 7 and 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed with the truth, with exemption from judgment. And they were sealed in 144,000.
That's right. That 144,000 have knowledge of the scriptures, man. The 144,000 are the hopeful elect men, okay, first, all right, that's teaching this truth and sincerity, man.
Right.
Okay, we're not to trim our ways, to trim our ways for love. We're not here for that. Right? We're here to tell the truth, even if it ruffles feathers. We're here to rattle those cages, man. We're here to speak 100% truth here, according to the scripture. Right? What?
And there were sealed in 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
Of all the tribes of the children of Israel. That's the elect, man. Those are the ones that's going to rule in righteousness. The 144,000. That's the first governing body. Who's going to rule the kingdom of Israel? King David. It said that. Who's going to rule the whole earth? We usually call Jesus Christ, the house of God, which is the true name of the Lord. It's not Yahshua, because there's no U in the ancient Hebrew. Right. Okay, let's get that straight, man. You got other countries from the Philippines even teaching the true name of the Lord and His Son.
Right.
Look it up.
Yeah.
He even said it in his own, and he said it in the proper language in Hebrew, Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. And he was speaking in Philippines.
Right. He would speak his language, but when it's time to say the name of the Lord, he says Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. You know? So, and that's a cut on Nate. We don't need to know fluent Hebrew in order to call upon the name of our Lord, man.
Right.
Oh, say it in the English. There is no English version, dummy.
Because the scripture says in the land of captivity, we shall remember ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's happening right now before everybody's eyes. And it's happening.
Right.
Look it up. It's all over. You got brothers out there teaching throughout the four corners of the earth. What does it mean by many tongues? It means different languages, man. Speaking in this doctrine. That's when you know the Lord is coming. He's coming close, man. He's going to destroy this place, man. Right. And there ain't no healing in Babylon, okay? It's getting worse every day. I'm seeing it every day. I got children, man. We all got children. We don't want our children to be raised up in this place because it's going to get worse.
Right.
You can't even discipline your own kids, man. Because why? Because they want complete control of your children, and your children could end up being monsters, man. You gotta groom them, man, mentally. Go ahead, brother.
It says, Revelation 7:5, of the tribe of Judah were still 12,000.
Tribe of Judah. What tribe did we call Jesus Christ comes from? The tribe of Judah. That's why in Genesis the 49th chapter, it says the scepter shall not pass from Judah. Right. Okay? We call Jesus Christ comes from the tribe of Judah, which is the head tribe of the nation of Israel. Okay? What tribe King David was from? The tribe of Judah. Right.
Which would be the so-called Negroes today.
Exactly.
Right. It says, of the tribe of Reuben were still 12,000, which are your Seminole Indians.
Right.
Of the tribe of Gad were still 12,000.
Which are the Native Americans.
That's right.
Right. All right. Go ahead.
It says, of the tribe of Asher were still 12,000. Of the tribe of Nephilim were still 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh were still 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon were still 12,000.
All right. Is this speaking about the other nations? No. If you go to Genesis the 10th chapter, it tells you about the takeover nations. Okay? This is talking about Israel, man. That's going to rule this planet, man. In righteousness, man. There ain't going to be no shortcuts. All right? It's talking about the elect.
It says, of the tribe of Levi were sealed 12,000.
Right.
Of the tribe of Issachar were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Zebulon were sealed 12,000.
So I don't know what the church is teaching you, man. The church is overspeaking you. You cannot be spiritually an Israelite. Go to Romans the 9th chapter, it cuts and destroys that doctrine, man. You gotta be in the flesh. You see, gossip. Okay? Those 12 tribes, if you let 12,000 of each tribe, is going to rule this earth, man. And all the other nations will be paying servitude upon to them. Okay? Which is only right. And guess what? Those 12,000 each tribe are going to have to teach the laws and commandments to the other nations. They're going to have to follow it, no matter what. If they don't, they're going to be put to death, man. Plain and simple. It's going to be a big fear to Yahweh to the time who you leaning on God and Jesus Christ. The nation's going to fear them. Big time. The problem with this nation here in America, they teach you not to fear the Lord.
No fear, man.
Doesn't matter what church you go to. They don't fear the Lord, man.
Right.
Because they still eat abominable things. They still eat pork. They don't know the scriptures, man. The Lord does not change for anybody. It says that in Malachi, the 3rd chapter.
Right.
That's right, man. That's right. You have any questions? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, demon. That's how you deal. That's how you deal. He had to shut up, and guess what happened? Demon left, man.
Just
It's the scriptures. We're not saying it. It's the scriptures.
Yeah,
saying
he
it.
was cut.
It's the scriptures.
They say the wicked flee.
Damn, he fled too.
We weren't even directly talking to him, but the spirit
Spirit was cut.
don't in with that.
Cowboy Bob Orton couldn't take it.
I'm an all-American button-up shirt.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
It says of the tribe of Zebulun were still 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph were still 12,000. Of the tribe of Benjamin were still 12,000.
Right.
And Joseph is talking about Ephraim.
Yep.
Right.
Ephraim and Manasseh. Right.
Yep.
Ephraim.
Well, in this case, it's just Ephraim.
Yeah,
It mentioned
right.
Manasseh. But verse 9, it says, after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. And that's talking about the Israelite foreigners,
That's
individuals that are Israelites in the spirit, but and from the seed, but they look like the other nations, man. You know, they just look like the other nations, and they may speak other languages. They're from other countries, but they're Israelites by nationality, man.
Right.
You know, and because when you go into that word kindred, it talks about how it's individuals who descended from the 12 tribes of the patriarch Jacob, man.
Right.
You know? So this is who salvation is for, man. The Israelite foreigners, or the so-called the Gentiles you read in the New Testament, man. That the disciples and the apostles went to go teach amongst those other nations, man.
Right.
You know?
Right.
They went unto the Jews only and taught. Okay? And that's what we out here for as well. The Jews, the 12 tribes, man.
Right.
Okay? This gospel, this word, this truth is for us, man, our people, man. You know? Because we're about to get the rulership. Every kingdom before he gets rule, all right, the Lord said in I believe it's in Sirach, all right, if you desire scepters and thrones, get wisdom first, man.
Right.
You know? So that's what we out here doing to the best of our ability. Gathering this wisdom through the Holy Spirit, teaching our people, and then when the Lord returns, he's gonna raise us up, man. And we're gonna get the power, we're gonna get the scepter, we're gonna get the rule. We're gonna get to rule with a rod of iron, man,
Right.
over our enemies.
Right.
Okay? That's the time we entering into, man. You know? Yeah, man. Let me get one more precept. Oh shit, let me get one more precept and then we'll close out. This is Daniel chapter 7. Daniel chapter 7, verse 26. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the saints of the Most High.
Who the saints of the Most High? Like Israel, man. That's the saints of the Most High. Those are the true servants of the Lord, man. Okay? Go ahead.
Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom.
It's going to be an everlasting kingdom. That means it will never be taken down, man. It's the last go around. Okay? That's what it's going to be. The elect, first and foremost, Yahweh Bashir Shah is going to rule this earth and galaxy along with his elect, man. The men of Israel. The 140, which consists of 144,000 men, and 1/3 consists of women and children. Okay? Go ahead.
Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him.
That's right.
No?
That's right.
That's it.
So I hope your brothers were edified, man. With beautiful camp today. You know, we had some ongoers. We had some scoffers that protected themselves. With the Spirit of the Lord, man, through his mouth, he uses men to drive these demons away, man. Okay, so I'm just going to give all praise and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
And double honor to the apostle, the elder, great millstone, and peace and salutation for the whole flag Akion that put this word. Shalom.
Shalom.